YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to episode 2 of the podcast that I have been posting here on YouTube. Maybe someday, somehow, I will upload something on Apple Podcasts. That will be in the future. Crossing my fingers. So I've got a little bit of new gear. I got a new microphone, and I'm actually feeding it through headphones now because I didn't realize. Anyway, there's a whole technology-based thing there, but so I feel like I'm one step closer to actually recording a podcast, which is kind of cool. So if you hear any dilly-dally noise in the background, my dog is here investigating everything. So today we're talking about Instagram and hashtags, so let's just dive right into it. So did you know that you can follow a hashtag now? So if you want to follow Lazy Sunday, if you want to follow hashtag Nail Art 2018, or perhaps you want to follow Christmas Nail Art 2018, maybe you're trying to get ahead and you're trying to look for some nail art, you can follow that hashtag, and therefore people can also follow hashtags that you use. So if I've followed hashtag Christmas Nail Art 2018, and you have posted something that was hashtag Christmas Nail Art 2018, I can see that even if I'm not friends with you. So, or not following you or not, I can follow the hashtag. So if you're using hashtags like Nail Pro or Nail Tech, maybe you're using like hashtag Nail Art, for example, that's a big one. So if somebody down the street follows hashtag nail art, they're seeing what you're posting. Even if they haven't quite discovered you yet, they can discover you that way. So if you haven't switched your regular profile to a business profile yet, it is time to do that. You can get more information from your business profile. You can get your analytics. You can see your insights. Sorry, not get your analytics. You can see your insights on how hashtags are doing, or how your page is doing, or more specifically, how your post is doing. If you go into your insights, if you click on your insights, you can go down and see how many impressions that you get from home, from profile, and from hashtags. It also gives from other. I have no idea what from other is. That is my dog barking in the background. I apologize. Okay, crickets later. We're back. Molly's done barking, I think. Anyway, so did you know that you could use hashtag on your Instagram stories? What a great way to get people to see your posts. Again, same thing, you're linking yourself. I want to just kind of pick out one company here that I kind of talk about, and I'm not really talking about them, I'm just using it as a for example. So for example, if you're using all of Light Elegance product and you post something to your story and you tag hashtag Light Elegance, you can @Light Elegance, so you can actually tag them in it. They're more likely to see your story. And it does depend on what you're trying to do with your career. If you want to be known, if you want to, maybe you have an idea in your head that you want to go ahead in time and you want to rep for a certain company. Again, let's just say Light Elegance, for example. You want to be one of their gel educators. Maybe that's something that you have in mind. And if you're doing good, solid work that you can be proud of and you're putting it out there and you're tagging them in it and you're hashtagging Light Elegance, they are more likely to see something like that. And then perhaps down the road, if an opportunity comes up, you're not totally foreign to them. They know who you are because they've heard your name before. So when you go into your insights and you go down and look at what your impressions were from hashtags, when you're tracking this data, you can begin to figure out which hashtags are most effective for improving your reach. So you'll know which ones go the furthest, and you can maybe jot that down and use those again. So just as a side note, you can actually add up to 10 hashtags to a story right now. That's with the research that I've done, 10 hashtags to a story. They do say to take care not to clutter your content. So of course, you don't want them to be right out there. You don't want them to be polluting the picture, unless that's maybe the theme of the picture. Maybe you're trying to, cover something up. I see that in people's stories. Check out my profile, new post, and they have it kind of scribbled out a little bit so you can't see it. So unless you're trying to, pull a stunt like that, probably 10 is a little much. You can, however, shrink them down and hide them behind an emoji or a sticker. So don't forget that little trick. You can actually hide those tags. So you can add hashtag links in your bio now. When the user tap it, they'll be taken to the hashtag page that follows it. So for business with popular branded hashtags, it's a really great way for them to foster engagement so they can figure out by their reach and by their insights whether this is working for them. So on a regular post, speaking of numbers, you can add to up to 30 hashtags, although researchers are suggesting, that you leave that down to 5 or 6. It used to be the more the merrier. That was what I have another video that I did speaking about Instagram about a year ago, I believe. I didn't really look back on it when I decided to do this one, but I'll link that down below. Some of that stuff still rings true. Things do change, of course. In that video, I am pretty sure that I instructed you to use every hashtag that you can that was available. Now they're saying 5 or 6. So basically, loosely you could say 10 or under is what they're suggesting you use. You don't want to always use your most popular hashtags either. Let's go back to nails. So if you look at hashtag nail art, it's huge. The number is massive. There's so many people looking at that hashtag. There's so much going on with that hashtag that when you use it, you're going to have 0.2 seconds of view time before it gets buried. So you do want to use your big ones like that because what if, things happen. But you want to use your smaller hashtags as well so that you're not getting completely buried under the more popular stuff. So meaning if you're trying to get a bigger reach out there into the big bad world in other countries, maybe people looking for things that are other genres, then this is what you're going to be thinking about. If you're looking to reach your community, maybe just so much as your province or your state, maybe you're looking to just reach the nail techs that use this product rather than all the nail techs. These are things that you would look at depending on what you're trying to do, of course. So if you really want to increase engagement and gain quality followers, include more specific hashtags. So for example, a while ago I created hashtag East Coast Nail Tech. I kind of did that hoping maybe before I really knew what I was doing, I kind of did that hoping to possibly connect with other nail techs in my area. Even so much as on my coast, for me, East Coast means New Brunswick, Canada, Nova Scotia, PEI, the East Coast provinces. In the United States, that means New York and Boston. So it was kind of neat to open up that hashtag with East Coast Nail Techs, and it's growing a little bit. I haven't really fostered it, but it's starting to grow. So another trick to finding out the right hashtag, what the right hashtags are for you, check out the hashtags that your competitors are using. So maybe you'll discover new hashtags to add to yours. You can decide that you don't want to compete for the same eyeballs, like you don't want to compete with that company, in which case you can search alternative hashtags to use. But that's a really good way to get started. I'm not very good at thinking of that stuff right off the cuff. So I've done that before too. I've gone to someone's post that I admire or that I think is doing really well in the Instagram world, and I check just to see what hashtags they're using. And it's not even so much to copy them. There's only probably one that you end up using directly from them, but it kind of gets the mind rolling onto what you might like to use. So one easy way to search them is to type your keyword that's relevant. So let's say nail art. If you type that into the search bar and then you select tags, Instagram is going to give you a list of all the hashtags with that keyword. So, and then it gives you the number of posts that they're tagged with. So that is a super easy, in the moment way to search and see what's being used more or less. So there are different ways to kind of get your Instagram rolling. So you can create a marketing campaign that boosts your page or boosts your hashtag. So my business name, my YouTube name, my name for Facebook, for Instagram, for everything is Liquid Chrome Nails. So that was not well chosen when it comes to acronyms because it is LCN, which you might also know as like Concept Nails. So that doesn't really work for me, but I am going to use that as an example just to keep everything easier to follow. So I could do like hashtag LCN selfie. So that would be my hashtag. So if I'm using that phrase, it's unique to my promotion and you advertise this to all of your clients. So for example, I hang a little really cool poster behind me on the wall where my clients can see it, maybe that I've made with PicMonkey, which by the way, if you're editing pictures, PicMonkey, and actually pay for the subscription, really, it's worth it. It's worth every bit of it. It can be used as one of your business expenses. Super easy to use. This is not sponsored. I love PicMonkey. Okay, so back to the poster. So advertise this to all your clients. Use that hashtag. So tell them that they should do a selfie of their nails. They should put that on Instagram and they should hashtag LCN selfie. So Liquid Chrome Nails selfie. Then you can pick, let's say that, that's up to you. You want to pick a winner at the end of the week or at the end of the month or whatever it is. But the point is that for your customers to really engage in your hashtag and on your page, because the more it gets, the more it gets. So the more interaction it's going to receive. So if you have a post with only one like, it's really not going to go anywhere. If you have a post with a whole bunch of comments on it, it's going to go a lot further and get a lot more likes. So again, you don't want to drown your post, but you can go through that list of tags, typing into the search bar and then clicking tags to be able to see what your top 10, let's say, even top 3 in your industry are or with your niche. So this doesn't only apply to nail techs. I know a lot of what I do applies to nail techs because I am one, but this really would apply to any small business trying to make their way in the big, old, ugly Instagram world. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you pick up a tip or two on how to help your Instagram, how to boost your Instagram. If you haven't liked this video yet, please give it a big ol' thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, I would super love it if you could do that for me to be able to be notified. If you hit the little bell, you can be notified when I post other videos. I plan on hopefully doing a podcast a week and a video a week from here on out. We'll see how that works. Some weeks are, of course, going to be busier than others, and this is my kind of side gig along with doing nails. But again, thanks so much for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day.